Okay, in this section, we're going to talk about navigational buttons. Now, they're a little different from our course landing page or navigational page because they are within the assignments. Because if you notice, like, for example, I have a cute little button here that when my family clicks on it, it's going to take them to my classroom resources. And notice that that navigational or landing page is not up here. So what I've done is on each page, I have inserted buttons that will take them directly back to where they need to be. So if they need to get back to homeroom, then they're just going to click to homeroom. Something else I've done is like in math. So this is their first week and they're learn it and practice it. They have their activity here and here are the buttons. So if they get done with this and they know that they need to go to reading, then they would just hop over to reading. I also have included a help button, and this might be a place that links them back to a specific topic that they could be helped with. Now, mine is very general, but let's say it's making 10, and so you could link that button right here back to an exact video. Remember, everything has a specific URL in it. So if you needed help with making 10, this, for me, it's going back to my general page, but this could be help, and it could be a video of how you make 10. And they could click on it and then watch the video. And then notice on that page, I still have a navigational buttons at the bottom. So I have social studies and science. So they knew they were back in math. And so once they come back, and remember, I can link everything back to where it needs to be. And then here's their practice, same thing. And then there's the help. So let's say I have another example. Let's go back to social studies. And this is just a little bit different. So we're doing wants and needs. So here's the learn it once it loads. And they're going to watch this video. Now notice they have all the same buttons, but I also have a next button. So because they're going to work through this one right after another, so I hit the next, and then it takes them to the next activity. So let me show you how to do all of this. It's quite simple. The best thing to do is to open up a Google Doc, and I would label it because you're going to want to keep these in one place because once you make them, they're your buttons. So what I did was I created a table. So if you look at this, it's a table. And so I insert, I'll just show you down here at the bottom. Oh, that's another one. Okay, so I'm going to insert table. And I just put a row of 4. And then I found my images that I needed. Insert image, and there's my homeroom. And so it brings it in. And then just like when you made your landing page, I had to go back to this, and I'm in my homeroom. I had to specifically get this URL from the top. Go back to the navigational, click on it, and then use the link button. Paste. And so now it's linked. And then I would do that for the rest of them. Once I get them all done, I took away the table property. So I clicked on it and went down to table properties and selected a white border so you don't see it. And then, so that's what this would look like. And then I just copied them like this. Highlighted them, copied them, and then I went into my pages. So for example, let's say my family corner, and I needed one for the daily schedule. Edit the page. Scroll down to where you get some white, and then pasted. And then all of my buttons came up. And then I save it. And so now you have daily schedule along with all my buttons. So it's quite simple. Just think about it like this, that it goes back and forth. So you have to be, it wasn't time consuming, it wasn't hard, but it was just tedious because you got to make sure you're linking the right page, the right one. And then if your help changes every time, then when you're here, notice my help is linking to that specific materials page. However, if it's going to a specific video, that you would have to change that every time, which is very simple when you're in here. When you go to edit the page, you can edit this once it's been put in. So right here, I would click on this and go up to insert content and link. Notice one came up. I would unlink it first because when I went to put a new link in, it messed up. And then I would go back to link, and then I would put in my new URL of wherever it needs to go. If it's a specific video in a set or a page that has help documents. So just, you can do about anything with your navigational buttons.